Yeah, so good morning, everyone. Sorry, good day rather. I won't say good morning. So I'm making this on the morning, so you might watch it on the evening. So good day to you. So I'm gonna make it very snappy because right now I'm making this because I'm making this while I'm about to step out. So just figured it's getting too long to make just a simple video. It might sound I might use the word simple, but really it's not. All right. So basically, what I'm trying to do right now is to demo or is to show you how to configure this CMOS thing that we just added to our records here. So when you go to the first thing you do is to register on otexcity.com. So Otexcity is actually our own platform, partner platform. So you might find out that some of our services are not working. That's airtime, data, and stuff. That's because we don't have enough time to actually maintain that. All right, and that will change very soon because we are kind of going to employ somebody to kind of focus on that for us. So that's that. That's that really because that is the focus is the major thing to monitor things and give feedback on things. So that's the major thing that we are going through there. So just go there, okay. So on the left hand side, you see a menu that says save hosting menu, right? So you can click on the subscription button to click on the plan. You can see that the UI is not great. We are going to look at that later. All right, the UI is not actually great. So if you click on any of this plan and you click on subscribe, okay, it's going to deduct money from your wallet. That's if you have enough in your wallet. All right, it's going to deduct funds from your wallet. That's if you have enough from your wallet, enough in your wallet rather. So so when you've done that, all right, so you can now go to devices, device ID. So if you don't add any devices, all right, you won't see something like you won't see this area here. You won't see it at all. You won't see it. So until you click on this button to download the application, the app. So when you click on the button, you can download the app. So it downloads, but you can't download the app without logging in. All right, so you can see it's downloading. So you have to download the app first. So then you install. So we dropped a little description of exactly how you can make things work here. All right, a little description of how you can make things work. But I'm just going to go through this description to now do a live configuration for you on our demo site. So now let's head over to our demo site now. So our demo site is VPP3 dot sample edu.tk. All right. So I'm going to use this one that we have here. Or let me just create another one. Let's create another one so that you can see it from scratch so that it doesn't look like gibberish or anything. So please and please watch, look at this. Like, so the part of why this video was delayed initially was so that we don't have varieties of configurations. Okay, we've had that in the past with some of our services, that's airtime and stuff. So we don't have variety of configurations, which is very important. So that when we say go and watch that video, then that video is what will solve your problem. All right. So I'm just gonna name this any name I want. I'm gonna call it Simostin, right? Simostin. Okay. So with that being done, so I'm gonna make it active. Just gonna try to choose a video, an image. So I'm just gonna name this thing MTN whatever MTN Sim something like that. So so here now. So this is where the configuration now starts. All right. So what you have here is just what you need to put there. As simple as that. All right. And it's a post method. That's one. Then the next thing here is just to copy this guy here. So if you are using the USSD stuff, just copy this guy. All right. So you get your device number. Your device number is what is here. So you might want to test my device ID, device whatever. You what? You might if you are lucky enough, you might get it to work if you know my pin. But either way, this device ID will be changed sooner or later. In fact, not even sooner or later, it's going to be changed. So so now what we have here is device ID, which I'm going to copy here from here now. All right, like put that here. which is great. So the reference, so this reference can be omitted or it can be used. You can put it there. So now this reference is very important in the sense that if you are using VBP, it's very important for you VBP users, especially version 3 users. So version 3 users have this leverage of they have this leverage of what's it called now? They have this leverage of something we call a callback. So callback is not yet functioning on version 3, but it is there. It is there. So if you are going to be using our CMOS thing, then you need to reach out to us to help you fix that thing that is missing. So you have to reach out to us like so that we can fix it. It is very important to do that. So this guy now will now have our normal order number that we normally put. I think I omitted it somewhere. So whatever, order number here. That's the reference that's been generated. So this webhook normally will now contain the callback URL. This webhook will contain the callback URL. All right, and the callback URL for airtime on version 3 is let me look for that now. I didn't I didn't prepare that. I thought I didn't need anything else. So let's see. All right. Know where it is. Well, let me see if I can pick it up from here. Uh, what's that called again? Transaction, transaction, something. Callback. Oh, great. That's it. So you can see this now. So there is it actually. So you have the reference number that you put here. Okay. So this guy. So if you are now going to put, assuming your website name is portal dot um, example.com. Okay. Then it has to be slash customer slash this guy here. Okay, I think everything is there. So then the last part will now be the reference ID. That's the order number. All right, that's the order number. Okay, so that's what you have here. So you're going to just put that here. All right. So and leave the rest for and just leave the rest. It's going to take care of itself. All right. So and again, it has to be a post method. All right. So that's what you just need here. All right, and then this guy now carries the phone. Of course, it's going to be a dynamic thing. So the phone, this guy to carries the amount that you want that the person wants to buy, amount AMT. So then you have your device ID here. Oh, sorry. So this one is the number. So this number, so this is where the device ID is, rather. This is where the device ID is. So the number here is. So if you are using, in case you are using SMS, you have to. This has to be 131. We are using I think 131 or so 777 131 777 or any of these guys. So if you are using USSD, then it has to be U capital letter USSD. All right. So that's what we have here. So then you can proceed and go on here. Then when you come here, so this for airtime basically. So I think we are good to go. All right, we are good to go with this. We are good to go. So your response code, okay. So your response code will now be one of pending. All right, pending sent. I think the ones we have there is pending sent, uh, pending. Is it calculator pending something like that? But either way, you can add both variations: pending, sent, I think what do you have there again? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So that's what we have there. So that's what will continue your success response. All right. Then you are good to go. So I'll show you the importance of the callback now. So since we have this right now, all right. So save now. Come on. I think my network is getting slow, or I don't know why. Oh, mm, shit. I can't go through this again now. Shit. Oh, timeout. Oh, Jesus. I have to go through this thing again. Uh, oh, thank God you saved. All right. Thanks. Thanks. All right. So that's that for the configuration. So for data, is similar. Is in in a similar way. Just exchange this guy here. All right. Exchange this guy is here. Where is it now? So just exchange this guy here with the other one that we have there. So the message now, instead of this star as being a message, the message will now be this guy here. All right. Okay. So there's one more thing that we omitted here. So this guy might actually go wrong. So we're supposed to have copied this one here. So apologies about that. We're supposed to have copied this guy here. Sorry. So just gonna copy the whole of this guy. All right, and remove the whole of this guy here. So that's just the modification made. So there's something that is supposed to be on this header that we are going to let you know. So you are supposed to use email and your email and your device ID to generate a signature. All right, and you are supposed to use them to generate a signature. So we are going to show you how to do that later, but it's not really it's not it's an optional thing for now. It's an optional thing for now, like for now. So we will let you know if, when it's very compulsory. All right. So that is that for this configuration of anytime. So for data is similar, like I said. Just those things that needs to be replaced should be replaced. It's as simple as that. All right. I don't know if what I've just said, because I don't know how we don't normally understand some of these things. Probably it's the way I explain, or probably is the way we see things. All right. So I just feel that we just with me just doing this, we should be able to do this part. Okay. You can see this is for data. So just replace this guy here. So this 50 now this SMEA would be your probably your API code or something. All right. This one won't be static. It's going to be a dynamic thing. This guy will now be the probably the what's it called now? The plan code or something, or the amount rather. All right. Then this will not be the phone. Then this thing will be a static thing that you have to input or something. So then you can see where the number is now, 131. This one says USSD and this one says 131. Then I think that's that basically. Okay, that's that. So now on the phone, so I'll be using an emulator to explain what happens on the phone to you. So on the phone, so I think what I'm going to do is to do another write up to support this video. It seems the video is not always enough sometimes. So I'm going to do a write up that will probably support this. So clicking on this guy now, it takes us straight to. It's going to show you where to input your email. So your email is your identifier, right? So just input your email. When you input your email, it logs you in. So if you try to log in now with this, it won't go anywhere. All right, it won't go anywhere. So you have to input your email. And if you try to prove smart, to enter um, an email that does not exist, it's going to bounce you back. All right. So I'm not going to enter my email in front of the world right now, but I'm going to pause this video to do that. Nothing happens. Okay, can you see that? It tells you validation, blah 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 blah. You have to become a user first. So you didn't recognize you. So you have to register on vtexi.com to use this. So I'm just going to pause the video for now so that I can run that. Um, yeah. So when you log in, it gives you something like this, right? Then you can copy this. You can copy this guy here. That's the device ID. That's what you now start using on inside your configuration, which is what we mentioned here. Right, so that's the device ID. So just write it out and use. So when you want to start the system, just start it this way, right? So when you start listening, then it keeps running and running. So you can minimize it, and it keeps running on the background. So if you go to the background now, you should see it running. Yeah, this is it here running. All right, this is the running. This one running VB. This one that carries VBP SIM dispenser. Okay, with 2022 that's one running now. So now there's something that you want I will want us to do. All right, so now let's go to our settings, or in fact we don't need to go to our settings. Let's go to let's hold this app, click on app info. All right, then you're going to be doing a bunch of things. You have to set this permission. That's if it does not, if it didn't ask you before, you have to give it these two permissions. That's number one. Number two is there are other options that I would have loved to show you, because you have to set it to be on the foreground. Some phone has that permission to show it on the foreground so that it will always be on the tray, and you can set it to be automatically start. Yeah, it can automatically start. All right. So what again we have here? Yeah, it can automatically start. Then yeah, automatically starts by itself. So that it depends on phones actually. So I think it works best on phones that are Android 8 upward. All right. So if you don't have phone that's Android 8 upward, you can try to use it on 7. But I'm very sure it will only work on Android 8 upward very well. All right. So that's that. Then another thing is that you have to choose a default SIM for it to use. You have to choose a default SIM. So if you have dual SIMs, it means you have to choose one SIM that is a default one. Right. So that's that. Thank you very much. So I'm already running late for work. So let me know if you have any question. I know you have a lot of questions, but let's see if it's something we can. I just hope you guys get it, because it's kind of straightforward. The way I have explained it, it's just the way we normally configure other things. You should be familiar. You should be already familiar with all these variables that we have here. So these are just the variables that needs to be used, and that is it. All right. As for the callback, all right, you can reach out to us to complete that part for you. All right. So thank you very much, and have a nice day.